Inside of the Christenberry Fieldhouse on a Wednesday evening, this is Peach Belt Conference basketball. The nationally ranked Augusta University Jaguars sporting some brand new uniforms, the powder blue, as they are ready for action against the Nighthawks of North Georgia. I'm Charles McNeil, joined as always by Darren Douglas. The coach is alongside and back with us as Dip Mitris matches wits against Dan Evans. Evans in his fourth season, he brings his Nighthawks in with a record of 14-3. They're 7-2 in conference play. 7-1 on the road this season. They're losers of one straight. That game against Landers, 76-75. A very heated and hotly contested loss on the road. But before that, the Jaguars saw themselves dipping with their first two losses in the Peach Belt Conference season. Losing most recently at USC Aiken, but then bouncing back against Clayton State in a mighty way, 79-61 on Saturday. Overall record, 17-3. 8-2 for the Jaguars, 7-1 in conference play. And Coach Douglas, as you join me alongside, you know the importance of a team staying together in spite of a losing situation.
Yes, you want to see how Augusta comes out. They've dropped a few games, got the one back. But it's all about getting back to the right habits and the correct routines. Me as a coach, I tell my guys all the time when we drop the game, it's always, we have an acronym for loss. Losing opportunities, stay strong. So you want to see if the Jaguars, through their dropping two games in the Peach Belt, if they're going to come out and learn, take the lessons from those losses and come out. They have a very formidable opponent tonight in the Nighthawks from North Georgia, so it should be a great one, Charles.
Yeah, the Nighthawks averaging 77 points a game, just one less than the Jaguars this season. Their opponents scoring 68 points. That's one better than the Jaguars have done thus far this year. 37 rebounds, 16 assists, 6 steals, 3 block shots, and 13 turnovers a contest. They shoot 50% from the field, 34% from long range, and their free throw shooting at 68%. As for the Jaguars, 78 points while yielding 69 to their opponents. 35 rebounds, 15 assists, 6 steals, 3.8 blocks, and 11 turnovers a game. The Jaguars shoot 49% from the field, almost 36% from long range, and 74% from the line. And the tip rarely not controlled by Tyshawn Crawford, as this, I think, is the first time I can remember all season long where Tyshawn did not control the tip. It was controlled by the black-cladded Nighthawks from Dahlonega as they get the first shot of the game from the perimeter. It's good. Knocking that one home is number 10, Hunter Shanahan. So Helm with the first field goal, a three-pointer to tickle the twine and get us off to a fast start. That's Miguel Arnold. He's on the floor with Tyree Myers, Jaquez Kirby, Tyshawn Crawford, and Darren Lucas White as they get it down low to Tyree. He's shoved on the end line and turns it over. Looking to run, get it inside. Shot is plastered on the backboard, but it touched the backboard first, and give that hoop to Frank Champion. So a 5-0 start. The Jaguars oftentimes have dug themselves a hole early on.
Yeah, when you're the defending national runner-up and you're the target, you have a target on those powder blue uniforms may have a target right in the middle of them. Guys are going to come out. They're going to try to run the ball down your throat. They want to, it's everybody's Super Bowl. So Jaguars just got to weather storms and then fight their ways out of it.
Tyshawn Crawford, one of the elite scorers in America with 21 points a game average. Along with nearly 9 rebounds a game, he got the first basket, now looking for a second touch. Tyshawn, that right leg heavily wrapped, and they're going to call him for an offensive foul. He lowered the shoulder that time, Coach.
He did, but it was also a great acting job. I don't know if we're in Oscar season right now, but that was a great acting job. What I'm liking about the Jaguars right now, though, there's a sizable there is a huge size difference, and they are utilizing it. They went to Crawford every time down on offense. That's usually in a war of attrition. Usually their opponents will foul and do things like that, and Jaguars usually come out top when they go to Crawford. You just mentioned the averaging 21 a game But there's so much more that he brings to their team.
Yeah, no doubt. 45 block shots on the year, 35 assists as well. Tyshawn Crawford, a willing passer as a big. That's Champion with the basketball, trying to back down the big fellow, deflects it away. So a steal for Tyshawn. That is his 9th steal of the season. On the wing, Jaquez Kirby misfires, tries to chase it down, and able to get to it a little quicker was number 15, Greg Billups Jr. Billups Jr. on the right wing corner, looks to get it to Champion. He kicks it up top, wide open look.
Pace of this game is pretty quick. You know, guys coming down, running quick actions, getting shots up.
Tyshawn inside, goes with the reverse move this time. And they call a held ball. Possession arrow, since we lost the tip, belongs to Augusta University. This is Prostate Cancer Awareness Night for the Jaguars. Cancer awareness for the women. In the first game of our twin bill, the Jaguar women put an end to a 12-game losing streak and a 2-game losing streak against North Georgia, but 12-game losing streak to them overall.
Big time footwork there by Crawford. Got the spin move and then the step through. Easy bucket.
Jaguar women had lost 12 consecutive to Nighthawks and 2 consecutive this season, 2 back-to-back losses on their schedule before that victory. As there's Tyshawn with a late call. Whistle and foul committed. Our officials working this one. Austin Reeves, Frank English, and Donatus Sedanese.
I think Crawford's got 2 fouls here early.
Tyshawn will have to have an early seat, just 3 minutes in. And he takes this long, slow stroll toward the end of the bench. Tyshawn might be there for a while, as now a technical foul is called. They usher Demetris back toward the sideline. He'll take this opportunity to have a huddle with his team and figure out exactly what went on. The Jaguars, who trailed early, cut the deficit to 1 on a pair of field goals by Tyshawn Crawford, who picked up his 2nd foul. At the line is Case Roach. Roach, a sophomore out of Travelers Rest, South Carolina. He buries a pair there.
I was wondering where I seen him from. I coached against him in like a summer league my first year at Grovetown. Very good program at Travelers Rest. Got to look out now. Now there is no size difference for both of the programs. They're kind of similarly sized. Let's see if North Georgia can take advantage in the time that Tyshawn Crawford is out.
Greg Billups Jr. with that 3rd free throw. So 8-4 as Miguel rises and fires. Side rim with that attempt, no good. Champion to the bucket. Frank Champion extends the North Georgia lead to 10-4.
Nighthawks playing with the right pace right now. Just getting stops defensively, getting out running, getting it in transition, moving it fast in the half court. They got the Jags on the ropes early.
Miguel on the pull-up. And a foul was committed by the Nighthawks. David Vitti found himself in some foul difficulty in our last contest. Making sure that one wasn't against him. Very athletic. Forward is David Vitti, as is Jaquez Kirby. Tyree Myers to Miguel off the curl. Kicks it out. Tyree lines it up and knocks it home.
Very good play design. Got Miguel coming off with a curl. You know, he creates gravity. Sucked the defense in, kicked it out. Tyree Myers, practice jump shot, 3 to fall.
On the right side. Ball up top. Dribble penetration, getting inside the champion. Guarded by Vitti, and there's a whistle on the floor. And there's a foul.
Jaguars on their end, on the defensive end, they have to stop allowing middle drives. Once the Nighthawks get into the paint, it's so much chaos. They're getting whatever they want. I think an adjustment, you want to take away the middle drive and just leave one side of the floor for the Nighthawks to operate on. Maybe easier said than done, though.
Yeah, it's a tough situation, and again, with Tyshawn on the bench, and the Jaguars. So I look down the lineup. I don't see Timmy Sellers. Sellers out. With Sellers out, that, you know, lessens the ability on the front court to have players playing. They've gone with Dimitri Gardner in the past, playing that small forward position. He's kind of a 2-3 guy, but he's played they've gone small rather in other instances. He has stepped up, and then coach has actually dug deep and inserted a couple of the youngsters. Chris Britt has caught his eye here of late, as the young freshman from the DMV from the DMV has gotten some action.
I'll tell you, if you're just watching this game without the score, you would think North Georgia was up big, just their energy and the way that they're playing, but it's the sign of a championship program when you look at the Jaguars, but as well as the Nighthawks have been playing, and they're only down 3 right now.
Yeah, to correct myself, Chris Britt, of course, from Gastonia, North Carolina, but he plays like one of those DMV guards. And Dip has done such great work in recruiting players from the Baltimore, Maryland, and Virginia area.
Got a good one coming next year in Zay Arnold from DeMatha.
There's a steal. Darren Lucas White, speaking of the DMV, he brings it in the front court. Goes left side to Miguel, crossover dribble. Now takes it to the well. Lefty layup is good. Miguel Arnold has added that to his bag, coach, this season, and it's a thing of beauty.
Yes, man. Miguel Arnold has a very immense bag, not just a jump shooter.
Offensive foul called against the Nighthawks. So how much was that attributed to, Dimitris kind of getting into the referees a little bit about the call disparity with Tyshawn early?
I think that was. You can tell that these guys on the Jaguars love their coach, and they want to have his back, and they've come right out and had his back. And so, 2-point game, 1-point game. Well,
Wes Kirby now gives the Jaguars the lead. Kirby knocking that one home. For Kirby, that's his 19th made three-pointer on the season. He shoots 36% from distance. That shot attempt rattled off. Bastinoni with that shot attempt. Tyree for 3. Hits the basket clock, or hits the shot clock, as it rebounded off the back iron of the rim. And that'll be given back to the Nighthawks. So North Georgia, 14 victories on the season, just 3 setbacks. The Jaguars, 17 wins and 3 losses. Jaguar losses have come against Flagler, USC Aiken most recently, and then against that then number 22 Virginia Union. Nearly a steal, excellent pass, and champion with the right-handed layup.
David Beatty is out here creating chaos defensively. He's staying in front of his man. He's got his hand in on digging on other ball handlers. Almost got a steal for the Jaguars right there.
Miguel trying to close out on Miguel is a difficult task as he drives, kicks to Vitti, rises up. That shot goes long. Champion with the board. Here he comes into the front court, right side, back to Champion, give and go. That's A.J. White now on the floor, the freshman out of Memphis. The Champion being guarded by Lucas White. Nearly a steal. A.J. rises up. Jump shot off the side rim, no good. Rebounded. White gets it back. Fresh clock. 17 on the clock as he drives. And there's a whistle and a foul.
A.J. White, 2019, I believe, 6A Player of the Year in the state of Georgia, won a state championship at Chattahoochee. Led the state in scoring, I think, in 2019. So he can get buckets in abundance. Player to watch.
Miguel Arnold working up a little lather. You can see him in the top of your screen as he wiped off some of the moisture. Gets a little counsel from Tyshawn Crawford, and now A.J. White, after that lengthy break, will head to the line. A.J. White, second leading scorer on his team, averaging 13 points in his freshman campaign, 86% free throw shooter, leads the squad. And he buries a pair. So White with 2 free throws gives his team a lead, and that's the aforementioned Gastonia product, Chris Britt, now on the floor. Jaquez Kirby.
Oh, wow.
Knocks it home. Looks back at the official, wanted the N1. 5 points for Kirby. Here comes Champion to the basket against Vitti. Scoop no good. Tips no good. And 2 players tipping it as Vitti in behind the field and now gets back into the field to play as Miguel drives. Kicks it out to Tyree. Tyree penetrates, loses control of the basketball, kicks it out to Miguel. He's got to get out of the lane. Miguel gives it up left side. Britt for 3.
Jaguars playing inspiring basketball on both sides. Defensively down here, great way to step by David Vitti for the wall up, create the missed shot, and then down there just ball movement, being tough with the basketball. Chris Britt with a tremendous 3-point shot.
Britt is yet to start this season, played in 13 games coming into tonight's action, averaging 2.2 points and 1/10 of a rebound. That one rattled off no good. Britt earning the confidence of his head coach. Oftentimes you see a redshirt year for a freshman, but he was ready for action.
That was a great pass by Frank Champion.
Giancarlo Bastinoni found himself open. His teammates rewarded him. He knocked it home. Miguel got it. Miguel Arnold, 3-point field goal there, his 57th of the season. 57 out of 150 tries on the year, shooting just better than 37%. Good fake, ball fake in the drive. Miguel comes in defensively to try to stop.
Get your money's worth, Miguel.
Schedenheim.
Now that
As he got there, there was a whistle and a foul. We got the under-12 coming coach at the 11-14 mark, and the Jaguars, they lead it by 4 on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
We have a unique, compelling story that deserves to be told. We are ambitious, brave, fearless, and fresh. When others see challenges, we see opportunities. We have an innovative spirit that runs through our veins. It inspires us to reimagine and recreate the future, and not to only be different, but to make a difference.
I help discover treatments that make a difference in patients' lives.
I inspire my students to achieve their full potential.
Seeing student athletes perform at their best draws me the coach.
I feel at home here, training side by side with experts in cybersecurity. I'm dedicated to train our future leaders to serve our country.
I'm the first in my family to attend college.
I roar for Jag Nation. We're ambitious and fearless.
I'm driven to protect and serve Jag Nation.
A calling.
A campus.
A legacy.
A roar.
Augusta University is an experience like no other.
Dipmetris in his 19th season. Lenny Carlson leaning in to talk to him. And Zach Tinkham, who's filled in admirably this season as his first assistant. How important are assistant coaches in your role as the head man?
Oh, they are immensely important. You are only as good as the people around you, and as a coach, as a head coach, you're just one person, and so it is very, very important to have the right kind of people around you, and not just yes men. Like, you need guys who can step in and tell you something, you know, that you are doing, we could be doing it better. And Coach Tinkham is a great assistant coach. You can see his impact on the Jaguars program since he's been here.
Hunter Shedenhelm made one of 2 free throws, and then we had a foul on the Jaguars down in this end as it goes against Meach. Dimitri Gardner just checking in. Talked about that red shirt year. Gardner, the recipient of that last season. 6'4", out of Winchester, Virginia. Bastinoni, second field goal for him. He's got 4.
That's a great move. Yeah, David Feedy just used the size advantage and drop step and laid it in.
Gardner out to Myers. Guards flashing in the middle. Now Myers with the middle open, drives, kicks it out to Britt. Britt rises up. Meach keeps it alive, and Britt has it. Tries to go left side, ball deflected away. Picked up by Myers, left side to Vitti, rises up. No. Jaguars with a slim 1-point advantage over the Nighthawks. Coach Dan Evans standing up, arms folded, comfortable with his offensive flow. At the top, dribble drive, contact, and an offensive foul will go against North Georgia.
I'll tell you what, Chris Britt has checked in the game and been a little spark plug. He's making things happen. Really gives major league effort on his side. Hit a 3 when he got in.
So Tyshawn Crawford has convinced coach to put him back in the game with 2 fouls. Let's see what happens here.
Well, you know, and I was reading a story with Matt Painter from Purdue. He's a math guy. He was a math guy before, you know, all of this. And he said, no, it was Nate Oates. Nate Oates was a math teacher. He was a high school math teacher before he became a college coach. And he said the numbers don't bear out. He'll never sit a guy with 2 fouls. And so we'll see how that plays out here.
Lucas White back on the floor as well. Tyree rises up. Nope, no good. Tyshawn with the board. Kick it up top. Already paying dividends. Now he's got to avoid the bump. There's contact, no whistle. Jump hook is good.
What a huge advantage to have a 7'1" nimble guy who can put the ball in the basket and you can go to him and get something positive out of it.
7'1" out of Griffin, Georgia, the senior. Darren Lucas White defending. Champion driving against Tyshawn. And just that, he altered that shot.
Just his presence, and I love the adjustment that Coach Mitris, he put him in a 2-3 because Tyshawn has 2 fouls.
Miguel Arnold, San Juan, Puerto Rico, another senior. Senior-led team is this Jaguar squad. 8:23 left, and Jaguars with their largest lead at 5. Looks like the Nighthawks are starting to get a little cold. Miguel Arnold. The yo-yo. Lucas White to Crawford. Crawford spins against Champion, goes underneath. Too strong in that attempt. With the basketball is Smith, Sutton Smith. Left side, Lucas White, great defender against Roach. Billups Jr. And travel. Sheldon Helm with the turnover. And the timeout comes, the under 8 timeout with 7:44 remaining. The Jaguars up by 5. This is Jaguar basketball on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
We are soulful, legendary in our own right, and undeniably funky. Home to an experience like no other. And nestled on the warm banks of the mighty Savannah River, Augusta is calling you. Welcome to a place of charm and opportunity. And a customized experience. Here we build, think, grow, and forge. Augusta University, an experience like no other.
Welcome back as we see some of the highlights from the first half. Tyshawn Crawford using the body coach.
Yes, and you're going to see in this highlight package just the Jaguars' way that they've gotten to some offense just by driving it and kicking it. Miguel Arnold has been immense in the early going of this game.
Like the action as they find Jaquez Kirby, and he knocks it home.
There's Kirby in the short corner. Look, with the 13, like James Harden, he kind of did the swim-through move there and tried to draw a foul, still made it.
Chris Britt paying dividends for Dip Mitris, the confidence he's placed in the freshman. Coming in and getting buckets. So 5-point lead. Darren Lucas White, Tyree Myers, Miguel Arnold, Jaquez Kirby, and Tyshawn Crawford. 5 starters on the floor. Four seniors and a sophomore in that lineup. This will be the team that's really counted on to do big things in the home stretch. Last year, when they made it to the national championship, Augusta was shorthanded, only able to play 2 off the bench due to limited numbers. Now they've developed some young talent to go along with the veterans. Really paid off. Tyshawn Crawford in close. Jaquez Kirby coming into our neighborhood on that one.
You can't do nothing either with him, Rick. NBA. Come on, Rick. Come on, Rick.
Got a shot clock issue. Set the shot clock to 23. It was 23 on one side and 20 on the other, so they made the adjustment. Game clock nearing the 7-minute mark. Wide open look. This North Georgia team that shoots 34% from 3, having some difficulty finding the range.
It's the length of the Jaguars and the effort defensively right now. They are getting after it, putting a bunch of pressure on everything that North Georgia is doing.
North Georgia 1 of 4 from 3. The Jaguars 4 of 10. 7-point game. They'll try it again. And they got it. As Mr. A.J. White, the freshman, with his first field goal, he has 5. He was 0 for 2 from the floor before that attempt. We got a 4-point game. Tyshawn swinging around. Miguel didn't like the look. They got an opportunity to give it back to Tyshawn with 8. He turns quickly. Jump hook, too strong. Gets his own. Tyshawn Crawford.
Tyshawn Crawford is not playing with his food. sat out a little bit with the 2 fouls and come back in like he's been here all along.
Crawford with 10 points, 2 fouls in the game. White with the shot attempt, no good, followed up by Bastinoni, and he gets the field goal and the foul.
One of the things that drive coaches crazy is you get a defensive stop, someone forgets to box out, and you add insult to injury by drawing a foul as he makes it as well.
You lucky, 12. He got 2 fouls. Remember that.
Caden Charles comes in the lineup for Dan Evans. Battle of the top 25 teams in the country, the 21st ranked North Georgia Nighthawks and the 14th ranked Augusta University Jaguars. Bastinoni completes the 3-point play. Six out of 7. As a slam dunk of Greg Billups' hands. Billups Jr., his first field goal, he has 3 now. And they cut the deficit down to 1. Jaguars' largest lead was 5. Miguel Arnold no good. Tyshawn almost picked up his 3rd over the back. Driving to the basket. The scoop no good. Tipped up and in. Give that basket to Frank Champion.
Give the Nighthawks credit. They took a punch and they counter-punched back. 3 guys going for the offensive rebound right there. Those are things that you do to win.
4th lead change. Game has been tied twice. Tyree, David Vitti. No good, and off the knee of Darren Lucas White, it'll go over to the visitors.
Don't quit shooting, fellas. It's all right. It's going to fall. Don't quit shooting. Don't quit.
29-28. North Georgia with the lead. 4.5 left. High ball screen by Champion, but leaves Tyree Myers guarding him. Bastinoni throws it down to Champion. Reaching in. Missed shot. Second opportunity. No good. 3rd try. Up and good. And a foul.
That was major fight on the boards by Champion right there. It's like I referenced before. They're doing the things to win a basketball game, to come on the road and win a basketball game. You hit the glass hard. You defend. You rebound well. You get out and run. You want to see how the Jaguars, who started off in a hole, fought and punched back, took a lead. Let's see how the game continues to play out.
Champion, his first attempt at the line, knocks that one home. Frank Champion now with 11 to lead the Nighthawks attack. Crowd getting quiet as the Jaguars trail by 4. As Jaquez Kirby rises up and knocks that one down. Second made 3 for Kirby. He's got 8. Dribble penetration and a steal. Luke. Kirby, right side, 3 in the air. Yes.
Defense to offense. Great steal by Tyree Myers there. Had the presence of mind to kick it up. Found Kirby in the corner, wide open. 3 ball.
Hazelhurst, Georgia zone. Jaquez Kirby, the player of the year back in his senior campaign, 34-32. Off-balance shot by Bastinoni, no good. There's a whistle and a foul committed against David Vitti. So that is his 3rd personal foul. Vitti heads to the bench with 3:08 remaining. The Jaguars up by 2.
We have a unique, compelling story that deserves to be told. We are ambitious, brave, fearless, and fresh. When others see challenges, we see opportunities. We have an innovative spirit that runs through our veins. It inspires us to reimagine and recreate the future, and not to only be different, but to make a difference.
I help discover treatments that make a difference in patients' lives.
I inspire my students to achieve their full potential.
Seeing student athletes perform at their best drives me to coach.
I feel at home here, training side by side with experts in cybersecurity. I'm dedicated to train our future leaders to serve our country.
I'm the first in my family to attend college.
I roar for Jag Nation. We're ambitious and fearless.
I'm driven to protect and serve Jag Nation.
A calling.
A campus.
A legacy.
A roar.
Augusta University is an experience like no other.
Augusta University Jaguars with a 2-point advantage, although they trail in the rebounding, coach, 15-12 thus far, led by Jaquez Kirby's 11 points, Tyshawn Crawford with 10, and combined 7 rebounds between those two. Frank Champion leading the way for North Georgia with 11 and 6 on the game.
North Georgia rebounding by committee. I mean, we have Champion with 6, Billups with 3, and a couple of others with 2 and 1. But when you watch their possessions on both sides, there's always 3 or 4 people going after the basketball coming off the glass.
Bastinoni knocks down a pair, and we're deadlocked at 34. It's our third tie. We've had 5 lead changes thus far. Jaguars have led it for 8 minutes, nearly 9 minutes of this game. There's a jumper in the air, misses everything. Where's Kirby? A rare miss. Now he'll try to get back defensively to punch it away.
Kirby's effort is next level. It's that corner 3. Champion was probably out 2 paces ahead of him, and he closed that gap so fast.
Jaguars in a man-to-man now. Champion being guarded by Tyree. He's double-teamed. Knocked it out of his hand. Coming over our way. Saved on the corner. They work the ball around the horn. White. Shot attempt no good. Champion gives him another chance. Down low. Bastinoni. Step back. Jump shot no good. Good defense by Dimitri Gardner.
Yes, it was. Just got there, walled up, made Bastinoni take a tough shot. In the beginning of that possession, I felt like the size, with Jaguars not having the size advantage, it may do something, but Meach did a very good job. Very good job on Bastinoni.
And he also knocked down the shot down the other end. So Dimitri Gardner now out of Winchester, Virginia. He's on the board with his first field goal. I like it when he's deliberate and knows what he wants out of the offense. Shot on the perimeter, and that's the score you talked about, Coach. A.J. White, his second triple.
Can't leave him wide open. He scored that a lot. He can make that in his sleep, so you got to have someone account for him.
North Georgia up. Darren Lucas White put it behind his back, and there's White to get it back. Quickness on quickness. Cross-court pass, high look. Bastinoni driving against Meach. He stops him in his tracks. Champion with the basketball being guarded by Kirby. High ball screen, drives, loses control of the basketball out in the corner, underneath. They work it out. That's headed toward the backcourt. Can they save it? That's a steal. Now stolen back. Wide open. White, step over. Jumper, rattles out. Jaguars dodged the bullet on that one.
That's definitely great defensive effort by Jaquez Kirby to stay down on the pump fake and then contest White. White wide open is a knockdown shooter. He has a little bit more trouble when he's contested.
Jaguars with 10 on the shot clock. Tyree. 5 seconds. Tyree Myers calls his own number, drives, lefty layup, no good, but there's a whistle and a foul.
Tyree Myers is that guy at the park that you know if you're on your team, he knows how to win. He knows how to go get a basket when it's game point or slow the game down when you need to. And it's a joy to just watch him do his thing. He's certified a winner.
Point guard so often are the extension of the coach on the floor. And Tyree Myers comes through there for the Jaguars. Third leading scorer on the season, averages 9.4 points a game, 2 rebounds, nearly 5 assists a game. Third on the team in steals, Tyree Myers. 12 seconds left in the half. Meach guarding closely. Champion turns and faces, gets it down low. Young man was camping out in the lane for a while.
He
Back
pitched
to
the
no
10.
heat. Desperation heave is off the mark. And that ends the first 20 minutes of action in this top 25 encounter. The 14th ranked Jaguars trail the 21st ranked North Georgia Nighthawks by 1, 39-38.
Just a great back and forth half. I think the Jaguars, they always go in and they make adjustments. You want to see Crawford kind of coming out with a clean slate. He'll have just the 2 fouls so he can play a little bit freer in the second half. But hats off to the Nighthawks, just the way that they played extremely hard. They're moving the basketball. Tremendous half of basketball for me and you as basketball fans.
No doubt. We'll look forward to an exciting 20 minutes to come. This is Jaguar basketball. It continues with the halftime show in just a few moments on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Augusta University, an experience like no other.
My name is Haley Dowdy, and this is my Augusta University story. I come from a small town, Wrench, Georgia. Not a lot of people know about it. It's very rural. When you're in the country, you don't have a lot of stuff to do, especially as a child. You can play outside, but I wasn't really big on the outdoors. I stayed inside and I watched cartoons. And so I never really drawed much. I just kind of watched, and then I started drawing in middle school. So some of the specific artworks I did in the past, I drew a lot of anime, I drew a lot of just general cartoons. When I went from high school to college, do I want to do animation? I was scared that if I did it, I would hate doing it because I did it as a hobby and not as a career. And so I was very hesitant to go into the animation industry and go into school because I thought maybe I'd end up hating it and that I wouldn't be good enough to be at that point. And I started doing art classes, and I went into the first class that we do, Animation History and Fundamentals, and I actually handled a little bit of like each kind of section of animation in those classes, and I loved it. But if you're doing something you're passionate about, you know this is what you want to do. It feels like this is what you were put in this world to do. And it's just a very liberating feeling, and it gives you confidence, like, hey, this is me, this is what I'm doing, and I'm proud of what I do.
We have a unique, compelling story that deserves to be told. We are ambitious, brave, fearless, and fresh. When others see challenges, we see opportunities. We have an innovative spirit that runs through our veins. It inspires us to reimagine and recreate the future, and not to only be different, but to make a difference.
I help discover treatments that make a difference in patients' lives.
I inspire my students to achieve their full potential.
Seeing student athletes perform at their best draws me, the coach.
I feel at home here, training side by side with experts in cybersecurity.
I'm dedicated to train our future leaders to serve our country.
I'm the first in my family to attend college.
I roar for Jag Nation. We're ambitious and fearless.
I'm driven to protect and serve Jag Nation.
A calling.
A campus.
A legacy.
A roar.
Augusta University is an experience like no other.
So my name is Claude Bueno, and this is my Augusta University story. So I was born in Cameroon, West Africa, where I lived for the first 18 years of my life before moving to the United States. When I was born, my parents were so poor that they had to sneak us out of the hospital because the bills were too high. So when my mom told me this story, I've always had this desire in me to one day become a doctor so I can help other people. The US Army opened up this program where you can become a US citizen, and I figured if I become a combat medic, that will help me with some of the skills I need for medical school. I'll also be fulfilling my obligation to service. So the Medical College of Georgia, the 3+ program, is a pathway where you can complete medical school in 3 years, and the whole goal of the program is to get physicians out in the workforce in Georgia sooner than later because of the medical need in the rural areas in Georgia. Yes, finishing medical school in 3 years is amazing, and having a medical school paid for, it's amazing. But based on my experience out in these areas, you really need to have that passion to help in rural areas. If a medical student knows what they want to go into, and we know there is this need in rural areas, why not just put them through this specific path where you set them up for success, expose them to this training early, and in 3 years, they go through residency and they are out in these areas helping out. It just makes sense. Because of this program, I am able to achieve my goal of becoming a physician and living a life of service to others.
I was about to say.
And we're back inside the Christenberry Fieldhouse. Halftime highlights. Tyree Myers taking care of business, coach, and that was one of the keys, knocking down threes for the Jaguars.
Yes, that was the Jaguars. They got a lot of inside-out threes. Had some stretches where they played really, really strong, getting what they wanted on both ends. Jaquez Kirby was huge in the first half. There's Miguel Arnold again, inside out. The freshman Chris Britt came in and had a spark plug first half. There's Miguel Arnold doing what he does.
can't teach height. We talked about all the things that Miguel has in his bag. That's just a couple of small samples of it.
Floater there. Tyshawn Crawford's going to dunk it anytime he gets it around the rim.
Heard the expression, he's a man. Well, that's what a man looks like on the basketball floor.
Jaquez Kirby lets his defense fuel his offense. When he's playing extremely hard down here, as he is wont to do, his shots usually fall way better on the offensive side.
All right, and there you see it. The Jaguars trailing in spite of all of that by 1 at the break against the 21st ranked North Georgia Nighthawks. Came in with a record of 14-3. They're 7-2 in the Peach Belt Conference. And the Nighthawks have been fueled by 2 players with 11 points in the game. Their center, Frank Champion, has 11 points and 7 rebounds on 5 of 9 shooting, 1 of 1 from the free throw line. Also has 2 assists in that first half of play. And Giancarlo Bastinoni coming through with 11 points and 1 rebound. He has an assist as well. He did so in 13 minutes and 52 seconds of action on 4 of 6 shooting from the field and 3 of 3 from the line. The Jaguars, they were paced by 11 points from Jaquez Kirby. He had 4 rebounds and 2 blocked shots in that first half, along with 2 assists. Tyshawn Crawford with 10 points. As they were the leaders of the Jaguar attack. Tyshawn with the 2 quick fouls, had 3 rebounds, and did not get recorded any blocked shots, which I'm certain he had at least 2 in that first half. And then Tyree Myers had 5. Miguel Arnold with 7 points and 4 assists in the first half. And then you had 3 points in the game for Chris Britt. And Dimitri Gardner with that smooth jump shot at the free throw line. He had 2, 1 of 1 shooting. The Jaguars shot 15 of 29 from the field. North Georgia 13 of 29 for 45%. It was 3-point shooting. North Georgia 3 of 9, 33%. The Jaguars 6 of 14, nearly 43%. And free throw shooting, the Jaguars only went to the line twice, knocking down a pair, while North Georgia lived at the line in the first half. 10 out of 12, 83.3%.
Yeah, so when you look at those numbers, the line, being at the line 10 times more than the Jaguars is why they have a 1-point lead now. And also you can see the effect of not having Tyshawn Crawford in for a stretch due to foul trouble when the Nighthawks have 20 in the paint in the first half. 20 of their 39 points are in the paint. So you got to think, you've got 20 points in the paint and then another 10 from the free throw line. So that's the tail of the tape right there. You want to see if the Jaguars can close up the paint a little bit and defend without fouling and capitalize on the other end and maybe get to the free throw line some. You know, behind us we have the crowds. They're always screaming for a foul, and sometimes I think they're right. The Jaguars probably settled for jump shots a bit in the first half, and the more that they put pressure on the rim will lead to them shooting more free throws in the second half.
We had 8 lead changes. There were 4 ties. The Jaguars led it for 9 minutes and 39 seconds of the first half. And North Georgia for 7 minutes and 31 seconds of that opening stanza. The biggest lead in the first half. The Jaguars had a 7-point advantage. And UNG with a 6-point lead. We've got a 2-point, make that 1-point lead right now at the break. The best scoring runs in that first half. North Georgia, a 10-0 run early on in the first half. The Jaguars taking care of business with an 8-0 run of their own. Points in the paint belongs to North Georgia, 20-14. Points off turnovers belongs to the Jags, 12-6. Second chance points, 10-4 for the Nighthawks. They also had fast break points, 5-3. And bench points, the big number, of course, again, small numbers off the bench for the Jaguars with the absence of Timmy Sellers. Inserting up, the other players have to step in and do things to be active. Jaguars were outscored 19-5 off the bench.
Wow. see the impact of Timmy Sellers. Seems like every time we do a game, Timmy Sellers will spell Tyshawn Crawford and get in and get him a jump hook or a dunk or something like that. And then on the other end, defensively, with his size, you know, he's not as tall as Crawford, but he can get down in there and clog up the paint. So you're seeing the ill effects of him not being here tonight. But I think the Jaguars will be okay. Just come out, close up that paint, get up and down the floor, defend, and get out of here with a win and protect home like they normally do.
You see Dip-Mitris doing his best Dean Smith, Roy Williams impersonation with the powder blue jacket on. Coach has worn a variety of jackets over the years. Remember him being dressed up like the Jaguar one year. We've got some exciting contests coming your way. Of course, this is a special recognition day. It's colon cancer awareness. Please get yourself checked out. Augusta University Health can help. Give them a call and get your appointment. Have your prostate checked regularly. It's recommended for many men after the age of 35. Every so often thereafter, based on your doctor's guidance. We're just about ready to begin the second half. North Georgia with a 1-point lead. I'm Charles McNeil. Darren Douglas, the coach, is alongside. As we have this one coming your way, Military Appreciation Day is coming up on Saturday. So make your plans to be with us, as it's an action-packed week for Augusta University sports. On Friday, the Jaguar baseball team will get underway with the 23 season. February 3rd, they'll take on the University of West Georgia. The home opener has been moved up. It was originally scheduled for Wednesday the 8th, has been moved up to the 7th. That's a Tuesday. Again, against Erskine College. Game time, 2 p.m.
Jaguars got to box out on the other end.
Tyshawn Crawford gets us off to a fast start.
Come on now, y'all gotta play deep.
Chase Roach with that basket on the other end. And the reverse move. Too strong off the right hand of Billups Jr. Miguel bumped to Tyree. 3, no. Into the corner, they'll let it go. And that'll be Nighthawks basketball. Working the ball around the perimeter. Champion against Tyshawn with those 2 fouls. He's bumped once, goes with the reverse move.
That was amazing control by Champion to dribble it, not speed himself up, then hesitate and get to the other side of the rim to stop Crawford from blocking the shot and finishing.
13 now for Champion. There's a steal. Champion racing ahead of the field for the slam. Back-to-back field goals for the sophomore out of Lithonia, Frank Champion. Tyshawn Crawford. The foul will go against Champion. Shedenhelm picks up the personal.
He threw that basketball down there, and it was awe-inspiring to see Tyshawn Crawford grab it with that mitt and slam it like that.
Tyshawn spent a little extra time just before the start of the second half when the rest of the team had made their way over to Dip-Mitris to get a couple more free throws in. He hadn't shot any in the first half, as the Jaguars again had a very small sample size, just 2 attempts. The first 20 minutes of action, and Tyshawn makes one and misses one. 4-point game.
Ooh.
Kirby with the steal and control. Miguel drives to the basket. Miguel misfires, rebounded by Crawford. He goes up strong.
Unbelievable effort there by Tyshawn Crawford, keeping that ball alive. Was probably bridged when he got the rebound, but still found the presence of mind to get on two and get up and dunk the basketball.
Pivotal game in the Peach Belt Conference. Augusta University and USC-Aiken deadlocked at 8-2, tied for first place. North Georgia half game back at 7-2. Lander at 7-3. Young Harris 6-4. Flagler 5-5. Columbus State 4-6. Georgia College 2-8. Georgia Southwestern also 2-8, and Clayton State rounding out the Peach Belt at 0-9 entering tonight's play.
Watch him over here, Derek.
Another foul in there. Tyree Myers picking it up. That's his third. Make that his second. One thing I didn't mention in the break, we did have some foul difficulty in that first half, as Kirby with 2, Crawford with 2, and Vitti with 3. Miguel flying up the floor. There's a reach in and a foul.
Tyshawn Crawford did a great job there protecting the rim, getting the block on Champion. Champion went up off balance. Crawford was there to clean it up. Jaguars get out on a run out. And like we talked about at the half, they only shot 2 free throws in the first half, and here, before we get to the 4-minute mark, this will be their 4th free throw that they've shot, so that's trending upwards for the Jaguars.
It's over. It's over.
Miguel Arnold, 39 of 50 from the stripe, 78%. A far cry from him leading the Peach Belt Conference last season. He misses a pair. Jaguars 1 of 5 here, and make that 2 of 5 here in the second half. As David Vitti with those 3 fouls returns to the lineup, and Jaquez Kirby checks out as he just picked up his 3rd.
Frank Champion is imposing his will on the Jaguars. He's drawing fouls and he's doing whatever he wants. He's got a nice blend of skills and strength.
6'7", as the 3 ball off the feed. Shedenheim with the field goal. Shedenheim with 7. There he is. Tyshawn Crawford, the center of attention.
Yes, indeed. Tyshawn Crawford with colossal effort there. Just grabbing it, realizing he's got a mouse in the house, for playground words, dunked it right through.
So Demetris didn't agree with them resetting things, a la the NFL playoffs this past week.
Yes, yes.
How many attempts can you get on 3rd down? Darren Lucas White drives and kicks. Tyree to David Vitti. Vitti bottled up.
Something the Jaguars got to do is get a better rhythm in their offense. We always teach guys not to drive back-to-back. You want to drive it and kick it so you can scramble the defense, but they're just driving right behind each other, and North Georgia's not having to work.
Offensive foul. That'll lead us to the under-16 timeout. There's 15:27 left to play in regulation. The Jaguars still trailing, this time by 3.
We are soulful, legendary in our own right, and and undeniably funky. Home to an experience like no other. And nestled on the warm banks of the mighty Savannah River, Augusta is calling you. Welcome to a place of charm and opportunity, and a customized experience. Here we build, think, grow, and forge. Augusta University, an experience like no other.
Jaguars look like we're going down to Tyshawn Crawford. Just very easy. He has scored easily tonight. Grabbed that rebound there, flushed it through the rim. And the Jags are at their best when Tyshawn Crawford is getting the basketball. He's getting a touch every time down. I think he's also engaged on the defensive end a little bit more when he's getting the correct amount of touches on offense.
Tyshawn Crawford with 6 points, make that 7 points since the break. He's got 17, along with 4 rebounds and 1 block shot recorded thus far. 8 of 10 shooting from the floor, the most efficient of the Jaguars. .27 left to play. Big battle. Stay within hailing distance of USC Aiken. Backdoor feed, David Beatty.
Incredible after timeout play drawn up by Dip Meachers there. Went into the A set or the horn set. Went to Tyshawn Crawford, set a screen for Beatty, and got a dunk.
Beatty, a 6'5" junior from Beaufort, Georgia. Transfer from Georgia Southern. Bastinoni getting it over to his teammate. Tried to get it down low to Champion. Here come the Jags. Tyree to Beatty. The Georgia Southern connection. Tyshawn way off on that attempt. Inside reach in and a foul against Lucas White.
I just think Lucas White there has to be a little bit more cognizant of fouls. They're already at 4 fouls, so 2 more. Nighthawks will be shooting a 1-on-1, and then up until whatever, we're just at the 14-minute mark. So sometimes you just got to poke it in there, and if you don't get it, sprint back, play defense.
Yeah, we do get in foul difficulty, which you're already not even halfway through the half with 4. They shoot 68% as a team as they get to Champion. Being guarded by Beatty and Crawford. Loose ball. I'll say last touch by the Jaguars. Jaguars began the year at number 3 in the country, suffered the setback to Virginia Union, dropped down to 15 in the nation, then elevated themselves back up into the top 10. And there's another jump shot by A.J. White. Pair of losses in recent weeks has him back in the 14th slot. A.J. White's first field goal here in the second half. White, who had 8 in that first half, now with 11.
Jaguars have a great, that set that they run, that action where you get a guy curling, they get something off of it every time. So Lucas White will be going to the free throw line off that action.
So you've got Frank Champion with 15, A.J. White with 11, and Giancarlo Bastinoni with 11. Darren Lucas White at the line for the Jags. And he buries the first. Lucas White, the 5th leading scorer for the Jaguars this season, averaging 9 points, 4 rebounds a game, 55 assists this season. Shoots it at 82.5% from the free throw line. Lucas White is on the board for the first time tonight. We've taken 2 shot attempts in this game. Lockdown defender. There's a pull-up and burying it. A.J. White. You said he was a scorer, Coach. We're seeing it exhibited in this one.
A.J. White is settled in, and he's letting it fly right now.
His 4th made 3 of the game. He's got 14. Tyshawn with the reverse move. There's a song that says you can have whatever you like.
Yes.
That's Tyshawn Crawford's theme song.
Shout out to Clifford Harris, a.k.a. T.I.
Pull up. Bastinoni no good. Saved on the end line by Lucas White. Miguel. Down low. Crawford. Bounce return. Lucas White puts it up. And they say foul on the floor. No basket.
Phenomenal pass there by Tyshawn Crawford.
Lucas White, the 6'1" guard out of Capitol Heights. Foul on the floor. Gives the ball back to the Jaguars. Tyree. Miguel has it. Rises and fires. Yes. Miguel Arnold. 9 points in the game. Second leading scorer, averaging 17.3 a contest. Champion crosses him over, then loses him. Frank Champion with a variety of moves.
Incredible move by Frank Champion there. Like you say on the playgrounds, he put him in the blender, Charles.
3 field goals here in the second half for him. Champion now with 17. Lucas White looking for it at the top. Instead they find Miguel Arnold and he knocks it home. Back-to-back field goals for Miguel Arnold. He has 5 in the last 30 seconds and we're tied at 56. Champion.
3 seconds.
Perimeter 3 ball deflected. Taken out of there by Tyshawn, and there's a scrum. Tyshawn. He got scratched about the face. So he'll make his way over to the bench with a little help from his teammates. And we reach the under 12 timeout with 11:23 left. We're tied at 56. This is Jaguar basketball, and you're watching it on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Tyshawn Crawford, Miguel Arnold have fueled this comeback to tie the ball game. So look, we get it down to Tyshawn Crawford. He's just gonna do a pull-up on the rim like he always does. It was that great horn set that after timeout that Coach Meachus ran. Thought it was a screen, I didn't see it, but nope, it was just a slip and a dive from Beatty. There's Tyshawn Crawford. Anytime he has gotten the ball around the rim this afternoon, it has come out positive for the Jaguars. There's Miguel Arnold doing Miguel Arnold things.
The Jaguars doing work. They trail by 1 at the break, 39-38. And now we're tied. Jaguar basketball. NBA used to say it's fantastic. Jaguar basketball has been fantastic over the last several seasons under Dip Meachus in his 19th year with players like Tyree Myers.
Tyree Myers
down threes.
Sized him up, dotted his I's.
They Make that a 2-point field goal for Tyree. Jaguars up by 2, 58-56. Champion on the ISO. Backdoor feed, and he wasn't waiting for it.
I'm going to see if the Jaguars can create some separation now. They finally gotten that lead. They had it for a little bit in the first half. See if they can create some separation. You got Crawford out here with just 2 fouls. Turnover.
Shedenhelm could not retrieve that one, and the Jaguars return the favor on this end. Up by 2. 14th ranked in the country. Jaguars had gotten all the way back up to number 3 in the country, and then back-to-back losses. Period of a week or so. USC Aiken and Flagler here as they get it down low. Good pump fake. Frank Champion, so quick and agile.
Frank Champion has a deep bag. Deep bag. Inside out, versatile. Got a lot of herky-jerkiness to his game.
Miguel carries it like a running back inside. They got a little NBA 3 steps to the basket as Tyshawn is down behind the field. They get it down low. That's rejected by Jaquez Kirby. Clean block by Kirby. And Tyshawn Crawford is ailing back here on the offensive end.
I think he got hit in the chest. Oh, leg.
Coach Dan Evans wanting the goaltending down the other end. They stopped play after the shot attempt, and now the officials, these 2 of them will have a conversation. It's Jaguar basketball. Minutes while they mop things up here. The moisture. And Tyshawn stretched out across the floor.
Looks like he's coming back. That's a lot to get up too, Charles.
Yeah, cast a wide net, Coach.
He took up the whole paint.
So, the medical staff addressed Tyshawn Crawford's injury. Remember, he was just scratched about the face just a few moments ago and then took a shot to the midsection.
And that's something I think fans and people who just watch basketball, they don't get. When you're a bigger basketball player, you are going to get hit and be expected to take it and not get calls from time to time. And, you know, he's done a great job with that.
Darren Lucas White driving, spinning. Lucas White stopped. And a whistle and a foul committed. Sheldon Helm. Defensive stop there, Coach. And
yeah, his eyes got big when he had Sheldon on the island right then, and he went into the bag and took him to the dance, drew a foul.
So Lucas White at the line. 2 of 3 on the night from the stripe. 49 of 60 on the season. Darren Lucas White knocks down his 50th free throw of the year. It's a far cry from Tyshawn Crawford's 121 on the season. And actually 122 made. He had one here today as there's Frank Champion. Champion now with 21, count the basket and a foul.
Champion is playing like a person befitting of his last name right now. He is giving a championship effort on both sides.
Tyshawn Crawford returns to live action. Nice round of applause by this knowledgeable Augusta University crowd. Champion buries the free throw. The Champion 2 of 2 from the line. 22 points to lead his team's attack and lead all scores. Jaquez Kirby, short range, in and out. White, the Champion, drives the reverse move, no good. Kirby locks him up that time. Lucas White accelerating. Kicks it out, Vitti for 3.
Defensive stop. Darren Lucas White gets downhill, collapses the defense, finds Vitti for a practice jump shot, and knocks it down.
So big for David Vitti to knock that one home as Lucas White fouls Champion on the perimeter. Champion will get a blow, get him ready for the stretch run with 8:38 left. Keep track of that right there, coach. He goes out with the Jaguars up by 3. Augusta's largest lead has been 7. White. Roach drives up over Tyshawn and scores. Case Roach. Cuts the lead down to 1. Got a perimeter foul. Roach trying to guard Jaquez Kirby.
A little bit of extracurriculars going on there with Roach. Both teams are at the free throw line the rest of the game. And that's a chess match in itself. You got to keep your guys mindful to play aggressive but disciplined, because now anytime that you foul, you're potentially giving up 2 points to the other team, and this is a very close game between both programs.
Kirby at the line. Front end of the 1-and-1, he misfires. First time at the line for Kirby. Quez with 11 points in the game as White rises up. That jump shot. Didn't get his usual lift on that one, coach. Came up shy. Jaguars up by 1, looking to add to their lead. Kirby. Bounce pass to Crawford. Quick move by Tyshawn Crawford.
In the words of Shaquille O'Neal, barbecue chicken.
19 for Tyshawn. There's a steal. Lucas White has Vitti ahead. There's the lob. Kirby. Went up to the rafters with that one, came down and relaxed and put it home.
Up and under move. Incredible patience by Jaquez Kirby. Didn't get sped up. Jaguars smelling blood right now.
Champion being guarded by Vitti in the post. Pass out on the perimeter. They bring it to the top. Jumper. Good. Bastinoni. So Bastianoni with the field goal. Cuts the lead down to 3. Miguel off the curl. Vitti. Jaquez. Too strong. Here comes White. White accelerating. Racing to
White
the basket.
Blur. Blur.
Remember the old cartoon, The Roadrunner, Beep Beep.
Yes.
68-67, Jaguars clinging to a 1-point lead, just under 6 left.
Beatty playing inspired down the stretch.
He was 0 for 4 from long range, knocking down a pair here in the second half for David Beatty. And that one is a violation. And we have the under 8 timeout. It comes with 5 minutes, 36 seconds remaining. The Jaguars lead this one by 4 on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Jaguars have been fighting back. Heavy dose of Tyshawn Crawford, heavy dose of Miguel Arnold, and here lately, David Beatty. Let's look at the highlight package. Tyree Myers spotted up AJ White there. Put it right through the nets. That's that curl set I talked about earlier in the game, Charles. Miguel Arnold got through it, got right to the front of the basket, laid it up. David Beatty for 3. Tyshawn Crawford, I think, has 5 or 6 dunks tonight, and it's been pretty easy, elementary for him. David Beatty again for 3.
Back to live action. Near the 5-minute mark. Out of the timeout. Miguel Arnold drives, blocked. Good defensive effort by the Nighthawks. Number 13 stepping in there.
Sutton Smith played at Denmark High School.
Shot attempt by Miguel off the inbound, and he was fouled in the act of shooting a deep one. Miguel Arnold, who had missed 2 prior free throw opportunities, knocks down the first here. And knocks down a pair. So the Jaguar lead is up to 6, 73-67. 5 minutes left to play in regulation.
Jaguars coming out with some pressure to try to speed the Nighthawks up and not let them get comfortable and just run whatever they want to run.
There's another follow inside. Frank Champion.
Frank Champion brought his hard hat tonight.
You know, Coach Demetris will be talking about rebounding and stopping that perimeter drive. As Champion, he'll have nightmares about him. Bastinoni trying to guard Crawford, no match.
Tyshawn Crawford just extraordinary around the basket.
21 now for Tyshawn. Into the post. Perimeter passing. Jumper. Off the side rim, rebounded into the hands of Miguel. Miguel, 12-footer, good.
Jaguars pouring it on, trying to protect home.
Miguel Arnold with 18. 21 for Tyshawn Crawford, 13 for Jaquez Kirby, 8 for David Vitti. 8 players for the Jaguars have seen action in this one. And Augusta, with their largest advantage now at 8. North Georgia on the ropes with 3:35 left to play. The under 4 timeout. We'll take it with them. This is Jaguar basketball on the Peach Belt Sports Network.
Charles, we're going to go to a highlight. There's Miguel Arnold slicing through the defense, getting to the front of the rim. He's been a huge catalyst in the Jaguars, taking this lead in the second half. So is David Vitti. There's no way we can leave out the man in the middle. I think you called him the center of attention, Charles, Tyshawn Crawford. David Vitti again from long range. Side out.
Teardrop.
Yes.
Wow. Impressive second half for the Jaguars, who trailed by 1 at the break, 39-38. They lead this one by 8. And a missed shot put up there by North Georgia. Gives the Jaguars a chance to go up by double digits on this possession.
Last few possessions, the Jaguars have been assisted by North Georgia, where it's just been one pass and a jump shot. It's a long rebound. Jaguars get it and come down, and they've capitalized on the offensive end to build up this little lead.
Well, we've got the under 4 coach. It comes with 3:05 left. The Jaguars lead this one 77-69. Stay with us, everyone.
We are soulful, legendary in our own right, and undeniably funky. Home to an experience like no other. And nestled on the warm banks of the mighty Savannah River, Augusta is calling you. Welcome to a place of charm and opportunity, and a customized experience. Here we build, think, grow, and forge. Augusta University, an experience like no other.
The Augusta University Jaguars, 17-3 on the season, rated 14th best in the latest Division II poll. North Georgia coming in with a record also impressive, 14-3, 7-2, and 7-1, more importantly, on the road this year. They're 21st ranked as Miguel Arnold fouled out on away from the basket. A blocking foul against Frank Champion. Just his third foul. 3:02 left as he argues his case. Ready to fire as soon as they give him the opportunity.
And a bill. Take some dribble on yourself. Come on, Rick, you got it.
Player safety so important in the game of basketball.
It's big time these days. It's different from even 10 years ago back when I played, with the science and the know-how now. It's all about player safety with guys and making sure that they're able to go and that they'll have a decent quality of life when the ball stops bouncing. So I'm a huge fan of the way it is now.
Jaguars had a steal but threw it away. White gives it off. Pass into the post. Save. Champion. Outside. Nice step over move and a knockdown three. Sheldon Helm with that field goal. Sheldon Helm with 10 now.
Jaguars running some clock, making it a possession game. Up 7.
Kirby trying to post up Champion. Backdoor feed. Lucas White took it out of bounds with him. So a couple of turnovers for the Jaguars will give the ball back. And has given the Nighthawks new life. Veteran team, you don't expect them to make mistakes like that down the stretch.
I was talking before the game with a friend of mine, and we were just saying, he was saying that the Jaguars didn't seem to have the pop. And so coming off of a championship season or a deep run, it's easy, especially when you bring guys back, to maybe get bored. But, you know, something I tell my players all the time, just because it's boring to you does not mean that it's not important. And so the Jaguars, some of the mistakes and the turnovers, it may be out of boredom. Just got to go back to the basics and understand the importance of doing things the right way so you can get back to that elusive national championship game and win it this year.
Yeah, I keep wondering whether they want to just turn on the switch when you get to the Peach Belt Conference tournament and then the NCAA tournament. Lucas White trying to chase it down, and he goes down an ankle. Lucas White in excruciating pain. Lucas White rolling on the floor. We hope that he is okay. He's in a lot of pain as his teammates over there. He means so much to them. They're spending time with him. Let's take a timeout. 75 seconds left. The Jaguars up by 5.
We have a unique, compelling story that deserves to be told. We are ambitious, brave, fearless, and fresh. When others see challenges, we see opportunities. We have an innovative spirit that runs through our veins. It inspires us to reimagine and recreate the future, and not to only be different, but to make a difference.
I help discover treatments that make a difference in patients' lives.
I inspire my students to achieve their full potential.
Seeing student athletes perform at their best draws me the coach.
I feel at home here, training side by side with
Darren Lucas White, we can report, is up and walking under his own power as he heads over to the medical staff. And he will try to see if he can put any real pressure on this one. Not so much important that he's back in this game. David Veedy back on the floor for the Jaguars. So Myers, Arnold, Veedy, Crawford, and Kirby, the 5 on the floor for Augusta.
From what I understand, Charles, that ankle's been giving him problems all week. I mean, all season long. He played 36 minutes on it against USC Aiken on last Wednesday, and it was kind of hit or miss after talking to Coach Metris and some of the guys. So, you know, you just hope that it's just a tweak and he can get his treatment on it and be ready.
Ankles have been a real bad situation for the Jaguar Nation. The much ballyhooed ankle injury early in the season with Jaquez Kirby, high ankle sprain, cost him a couple of games. He played through several with really bad pain, was able to overcome it, not the normal lift he had. It took about 5 games for him to really get back to form. In the interim, A.J. White at the line for the second time tonight. He made his first 2 when he was at the line. Now looking to do so here. And he does. 4 for 4 from the line for A.J. White. White in this one, 5 of 11 from the floor, 4 of 8 from long range, and now 4 of 4 from the line. He has 18 points off the bench. Bastinoni with 13, champion with 24. Those are your leaders. For the visitors, the 21st ranked team, North Georgia. Augusta inside the final minute with a 1-possession lead. They're up by 3. Everybody standing. On the sideline for North Georgia, Miguel Arnold, the senior, looking inside. Tyshawn Crawford throws it to him. It bounces off his face. He grabs it. Retains possession. 2 seconds. 1 second. They don't realize it. Shot clock violation. The Jaguars will give it back to him with a 2.7 differential between shot and game clock. 32.7 remaining. And they'll have it after the timeout. We're going to keep it right here. This is an important contest. And we mentioned earlier, Coach, the baseball team in action. I want to remind fans that the softball team will get started this weekend on Saturday. They'll be playing at the same time. The Jaguar men will be Military Appreciation Day inside the Christenberry Fieldhouse, so you get a chance to watch both sports if you like. 1 p.m. is the start time. Catawba is the opponent. It's a doubleheader, 1 and 3 p.m. for the softball team in action. Augusta University, come and support our softball team Saturday against Catawba. And as I said, the baseball games start at, or softball games rather, start at 1 and 3. The basketball games start at 12 and 2. So you'll get a chance to see the second of the doubleheader should you choose to stay for both. Or you can go back and forth if you like. We'd love to have you. So with 32 seconds left, what are both teams thinking?
If I'm the Nighthawks, I'm trying to maybe get A.J. White coming off of a screen, but Bastioni can hit threes as well, and he's got Crawford on him, and you can see right there.
Bastinoni, it was open. Now White has it. Drives by Crawford. Gets inside. Shot no good. The Jaguars with a defensive stand with 12 seconds. Holding on to it. Tyree wants it in his hands, and he's fouled in the backcourt.
Great defensive stand there. Great by Crawford to just stand with his hands straight in the air. I believe if he would have moved either one of his arms, even just a bit of a degree, they would have given a foul and put A.J. White at the line. But that's veteran and championship pedigree right there. And looks like the Jaguars are going to go to the line to maybe put it away.
Myers misses the first.
I jinxed him.
Nearly an 82% free throw shooter is Tyree Myers. 2 for 2 before that miss. Tyree has 7 in the game, 2 assists, 3 boards. And that second one was huge because it makes it a 2-possession game with 11.2 seconds left.
And I think North Georgia will kind of run a similar set, try to get something really quick if they make it, and you go straight to fouling on the inbounds to try to lengthen this game. And now with 11 seconds, it's just all about getting it down quick. If I'm Coach Metris, I'm not letting them roll the ball in right here to kind of gain that extra time. And we're going to try to defend without fouling and get out of here.
So Once again, this coming Saturday at 12 and 2. If you need to leave us as soon as we wrap things up here, join us for Military Appreciation Day. There'll be a huge crowd on hand for that one. Here by Fort Gordon. All military veterans are welcome as well. Active duty. You've got family in town and they've got military ties. Invite them to come out to the Christenberry Fieldhouse Saturday, beginning at 12 noon and 2 p.m. for the women and men's contest. Speaking of the women, Celeste Stewart, the interim head coach, and her squad picked up the victory over the Nighthawks. Recently 18th ranked in the country, 72-61. And they did it by virtue of a 29-15 fourth quarter run to get the win. Putting an end to a 12-game win streak by North Georgia over our Augusta University Jaguars, their first win in this series since 2016. 10 seconds left as he crosses the timeline. White to the corner, jumper, no good. Crawford with the board, and that will do it. An action-packed top 25 matchup comes down to the wire, and it's the Jaguars of Augusta University who prevail by a final count of 70, make that 80-76.
Jaguars had a strong second half like they usually do. Got to the free throw line much more in the second half, and the contributions of Tyshawn Crawford, Miguel Arnold, and David Vitti in some spots in the second half, I think propelled them to the win. And then overall, just their team defense and their scrappiness and holding the Nighthawks to jump shots down the stretch of the game helped them pull away. It's a fun game to watch.
It truly was. A pleasure as always to work with you. And as you prepare for what you saw out of the Nighthawks, what are their big takeaways from this game, would you say?
They've got to feel like they're right there. It's just down the guts of the game when it started to get away from them. They want to maybe continue to attack the rim like they were in the first half versus settling for jump shots. But then some of that had to do with the Jaguars as well. I'll leave it to you to talk to Coach Meachers right now.
Thank you so much, Coach Douglas. Appreciate you for being with us. I know you'll be traveling on Saturday with your team as they've got games on Friday and Saturday in the Atlanta area. Wish you nothing but the best as you prepare for what is to come. We are joined now by Dip Meachers in his 19th season, victorious tonight and taking care of business with a 4-point win. 80-76 was the final, Coach. An exciting game for the fans, maybe not as exciting for you, but always good to get a W.
I told the team before the game, we got to play to the next play, all right? Good or bad. Darren went down. That's not good for us. Come on, let's go. Go to the next play. We've had issues this year of getting up and relaxing. That didn't happen tonight. Obviously, we're in tremendous foul trouble. Tough calls on a big fella. The one guy needed a little louder whistle. Nobody heard it. Right, it was like our shot clock. You can't hear it. So it's a good win. Hey, you know, we're in first place. Like, hey, good win. You know, they're a good team. We tried to post double them early. I think we did a better job on champion late. We knew the point guard, White's going to be a good player. We had made a decision to go under some ball screens, and late we decided to go over it with him. But, you know, it was a good win. Major foul trouble for us. One time we had 4 guards out there and Meach at the end of the half because of foul trouble. But Vitti hit some big ones, obviously, and very proud of our team for sticking in there tonight.
Yeah, David Vitti certainly in that first half had some problems, 0 for 4 from long range, but he righted the ship, knocking down a few in the second half, which was really big. And then Tyshawn Crawford, when you talk about big, there's no bigger than 7'1" and some change as he went in and powered over the much smaller defenders.
Like the first half, he played 7 minutes, took 7 shots. Okay, like play more than 7 minutes, and you know, he got 2 fouls. And years ago, I used to keep those guys out the whole time, but actually it was Dean Williams. He would not play well the second half. I said, let's stick him out there. And, you know, we're up, and of course we want to pick up his third. But and he was, you know, he was very dominant again. And did he shoot a free throw? He 1 for 2. Okay.
Right. Not the usual. Yeah. We've seen it from right.
Yeah.
Tyshawn 9 of 10, Tyshawn 8 of 10, 8 of 12, whatever it might be. But yeah, 1 of 2 speaks volumes. the way this game was officiated. The Jaguars, as we look at the numbers, even in the rebounding at 28 all, 7 less than our regular season average, but we shot 57.7% for the game, including 65% in the second half.
Yeah, you know, one thing we noticed with their defense is people shoot a lot of threes against them. They're very pack-oriented. And obviously Miguel made some, BD made some. And I don't know if Tyree made them. He hit a couple looks to kind of open it up. So we knew they were going to crowd us a little bit on penetration. And I was proud of our guys. Like I said, it's a great win. If you're in first place in February, that's a good problem to have. You know, last year we were chasing this thing the whole time. So, you know, with our schedule such that we kind of control our own destiny. And great to be at home. Good Lord, we have been on the road 2 games in January at home. So very proud of our guys. Come back on Saturday for military appreciation and see what we can come up with for Georgia College. Don't know if Darren's injured. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's something about a hamstring. I don't know. He's my guy. I'm going to go check on him. I can tell you that.
Absolutely. Well, the team certainly rallied around him as well. Tyshawn physically picking him up and carrying him to the bench. But when you think in terms of what we saw in your outfit tonight.
Yeah, prostate cancer.
Yeah.
A little snug. But, you know, if we're going to do this stuff, we got to do it. You know, I'm looking forward to military appreciation. It's one of my favorite days. And then just break the attendance. You know, the attendance record is like the Loch Ness Monster. Nobody's really understands the numbers. I coached the game, so I know Joey kind of juiced the numbers a little bit. But, you know, we're opening up to the community. We're going to have a big crowd. We'll get as many people here as we can. But more importantly, we got to go against Georgia College. And it's weird. If you look at our schedule, our Wednesday games are North Georgia, Aiken, Lander, North Georgia. So big ones during the week. They're all big, but it's kind of weird how it landed all during the week. So, proud of our guys. Like I said, Kirby got foul trouble, was able to play. Beanie picked up 3 fouls. He's doing what he's supposed to do. Real physical in the post. So, like I said, it's a great win.
Congratulations, Coach.
All right, thank you, Charles. Yep.
All right, that's Demetris in his 19th year, taking care of the victory. A man who runs away. He's got a lot of obligations. Folks ready to speak with the coach and talk about the success of this basketball program that he has built over these 19 seasons. Now 18-3, 9-2 in the Peach Belt, 8-1 on their home floor. They were able to get it done and do so in dramatic fashion, outscoring North Georgia 42-38 in the second half. The Jaguars with an 80-76 victory as we bring back in Darren Douglas, who's alongside. Your final thoughts, and as you had a chance to kind of work yourself through this game, it was a game of ebb and flows for sure. The Jaguars were able to prevail, as Coach talked about, largely, in fact, that they didn't stay set on a negative. They always kept the next play. What's the next play? How are we going to get around that?
And that's a great mindset to have, just resilience. Championship teams are resilient. They can take a punch. They can take a few losses. They can take a bad call. But the next play mentality and the belief that, hey, in the next play, this didn't work out for us, this possession, whatever, but we're that good that on the next possession, we're going to win the next possession. And then you just want to snowball them and get a win. And that is what the Jaguars did tonight. Like you said, beginning first half, they got punched. Only shot 2 free throws in the first half. They ended with, how many? They shot 17?
Yeah, 11 of 17.
They shot 17 free throws. That means they shot 15 of them in the second half. Look at the win. They win by 4. That's kind of, you know, just a difference, just to get at the line, to kind of put North Georgia guys in foul trouble and break up their rhythm. Just resilience. Next play, any kind of words you want to put it, all championship teams have it in spades, and you've seen it with the Jaguars this afternoon.
Jaguars' largest lead was 10 points in the game with 3 minutes left. They finished with a 4-point victory. North Georgia, as we said, falls for just the 4th time in overall and 3rd time in conference play. They were paced by Frank Champion with 24 points on 11 of 17 shooting. He also had 9 rebounds and 4 assists, along with 2 steals in the contest. He led the way. They had 3 other double-digit scorers, including A.J. White, the freshman sensation, with 18 points and 2 boards. It was 13 in the game for Giancarlo Bastianoni, and then 12 for Hunter Shedenhelm, as he finished up with 12 points and 2 rebounds. As for Augusta, we had 3 players in double figures, led by Tyshawn Crawford's 23 points and 7 rebounds. It was 20 points in the game from Miguel Arnold on 7 of 11 shooting. He was 4 of 6 from the free throw line and 2 of 3 from long range. And Jaquez Kirby with 13 points on 3 of 7 shooting from long range, 5 of 11 overall, and 6 rebounds, along with 2 assists for Jaquez. So a solid victory and more importantly, a great momentum builder, coach, as we prepare for Military Appreciation Day on Saturday with games at 12 and 2 as we'll face Georgia College, a rival from Milledgeville.
Yes, very good momentum builder. I think they can come in and build on it on Saturday and kind of get themselves back on the good foot going into next week. I know they have a tough kind of stretch of Wednesdays coming up with some of the better teams in the conference. We'll be calling the USC-Aiken game. Is it next Wednesday or a couple of Wednesdays, maybe 2 Wednesdays from now. And they dropped one to USC-Aiken at USC-Aiken, so you know that's their rival. So that's going to be a big game with big implications for the Peach Belt tournament. Jaguars are right where they need to be, tightening habits up, tightening routines up, trying to get guys healthy. We're going to have a good dash to the Peach Belt tournament and to the national tournament at the end of the year.
Well, again, Coach, safe travels on your road trips over the next few days, and look forward to talking to you a little bit more about how the Grovetown Warriors are doing and their success as you try to repeat as state champion.
For sure. We're just trying to keep it going.
That's Darren Douglas, undefeated in region play and secured himself a region championship as well. Congratulations all around. So the Jaguars victorious. As we mentioned, we've got softball and baseball starting this weekend, so please support your Jaguars programs in all of their endeavors. The tennis team also getting solid ratings coming into the season. So everything is coming up right for the Jaguars. Ryan Erlacher is our athletic director. He's taking care of business. And here on Clint L. Bryant Court, we saw the Jaguars perform well in an 80-76 victory, and the women victorious as well, 72-61. So for everyone associated with our broadcast, I'm Charles McNeil. And for Darren Douglas, we say good night from Augusta, Georgia.